All right, Bears fans, let's jump right into what's been buzzing around the team lately because the excitement is real. And honestly, the preseason is already serving up plenty of storylines to talk about. It's that time of the year when everyone is itching to see how the new pieces fit, who's stepping up, and whether the Bears can finally start clicking on all cylinders after some roller coaster seasons. The roster is full of potential, and the rookies especially are the ones drawing the spotlight. Guys like Luther Burdency and AZ Trapillo are getting their reps, and there's a genuine curiosity about how they'll hold up under pressure, especially when it comes to those critical spots like left tackle and running back depth behind DeAndre Swift. Speaking of running backs, there's a real buzz about Monangai carving out a role as the number 2 behind Swift. The preseason reps will be telling because the Bears' ground game could be pivotal this season. It's always fascinating to watch rookies during these early games, seeing who's grabbing attention, who's adjusting to the speed, and who might emerge as a hidden gem. But it's not just about raw talent. It's about fit and timing, how these players gel with the offense, learn the playbook, and ultimately earn the trust of the coaching staff. And on the offensive side, there's a lot of chatter about the receiving core. The Bears are working through their options, and it feels like the competition for targets will be fierce. DJ Rome, Loveland, Zaccheaus, Cole, and even Luther each brings a different flavor to the offense, and the way the ball gets distributed will depend a lot on matchups and game plans week to week. DJ Rome, for instance, might not be the pure route-running ace with the full tree of routes mastered, but he's got enough versatility and opportunity that the Bears will find ways to get him involved. It's the kind of creativity you need when you're trying to stretch defenses and create mismatches. Then you have Loveland, who's the kind of guy you expect to be a red zone threat. With his size and ability to jump, those 10 touchdowns that some are predicting aren't out of the realm of possibility. But let's be honest, hitting 1,100 yards receiving in a rookie season, that's a huge ask, especially when there's so much competition for targets. You got DeAndre Swift in the backfield, who's going to see his share of catches, and tight ends like Cole KT, who will be involved in the passing game. Not to mention Zaccheaus and Burton, who'll also get opportunities. So while Loveland is likely to be a focal point, the ball will be spread around enough that the yards might not pile up to that elite level in terms of raw numbers. Still, if he can make a serious impact in key moments and keep defenses honest, he'll be carving out a big role in this offense. Quarterback talk is always front and center, of course. Caleb Williams is the new guy everyone's watching. There's been some noise around whether it's time to worry about him, but honestly, that kind of panic just seems premature. We're still in training camp mode, and the real test starts when the games count for something. September 8th is the real kickoff when pressure mounts and everything gets put under a microscope. Until then, it's about evaluating joint practices, preseason snaps, and letting the players settle into their roles. Caleb's got the talent, but it's about consistency and how well he adapts to the NFL grind. We'll find out soon enough if he's the real deal or if he needs more seasoning. Another intriguing question is about roster moves, particularly on the offensive line. The Bears have a few young tackles vying for starting spots, like Braxton Jones and AZ Trapillo, with Karen Amagi also in the mix. Darnell Wright is locked in at right tackle, but left tackle is still up for grabs, and that battle could shape the entire offense. Injuries and development will play huge roles here. Braxton Jones, despite being in just his second year, has faced some injury setbacks, and with the Bears possibly fielding call for tackles as teams look to bolster their lines, there's a chance he could be on the trade block if the right offer comes along. The Bears are in a position where they want to keep their developmental talent, but sometimes tough decisions need to be made to maximize the roster. That brings us to the critical early games on the schedule, especially the divisional matchups. The Monday night showdown against the Vikings is shaping up to be a defining moment. With Jordan Addison suspended and Justin Fields starting his first NFL game, the Bears have a unique opportunity to set the tone for the season. Winning that game would send a strong message and could help avoid a 0-2 hole early on. It's not quite a must-win, but it's as close as you can get without the do-or-die label. The home field advantage and the fact that Minnesota will be relying on a rookie quarterback who's still finding his footing make this game critical. The Bears have to capitalize on this chance, because the schedule only gets tougher from there. The anticipation is only growing as fans gear up for the live game day shows and watch parties. The energy around the team feels different this year. There's a renewed sense of possibility, and everyone's hungry to see how the players perform under real conditions. Whether it's a breakout game from a rookie or a veteran stepping up when it counts, every snap feels like it could be a turning point. The Bears know the importance of building momentum early and making the most of every opportunity on the field. Looking at the offensive weapons, there's no shortage of options for Caleb Williams to throw to. But with so many capable players, the question naturally arises: who might get left out when the ball is in the air 30 to 32 times a game? The reality is, target distribution will shift based on matchups and defensive schemes. Some games, DJ Rome might shine, while others could see Zaccheaus or Loveland take over. Flexibility is key, and having multiple players who can step up means the Bears aren't reliant on just one or two guys. That diversity keeps defenses guessing and allows the offense to adapt week by week. Even though the Bears plan to run the ball effectively, the passing game is loaded with playmakers who can exploit mismatches. The coaching staff's challenge will be figuring out how to get everyone involved without diluting the impact. It's a balancing act, ensuring that the ball finds the right hands at the right time while keeping the defense off balance. That's why watching the preseason reps is so important, as it gives clues on who's earning trust and who's ready to make big plays. There's also a lot of excitement about how the Bears' new quarterback will handle the pressure. Caleb Williams brings a fresh dynamic to the offense, and fans are eager to see if he can match the hype. The preseason is the testing ground, but the real evaluation will come when the lights are brightest and every decision counts. It's that moment when preparation meets opportunity, and the whole city watches to see if the Bears can take the next. When it comes to the offensive line, that ongoing battle at left tackle remains one of the most intriguing storylines. A.Z. Trapillo, who is highly touted coming out of college, is being watched closely. The left tackle position is often the cornerstone of any NFL offense, protecting the quarterback's blind side, opening lanes for the run game, and anchoring the offensive front. The Bears have shown patience with Trapillo, and it's clear the coaching staff sees something special in him. But transitioning from college to the pros is a different beast. The speed, strength, and complexity ramp up, and it takes more than just physical ability. It takes mental sharpness and the right technique. Whether he can hold down that spot will go a long way in determining how smooth the Bears' offense runs this year. Then there's Braxton Jones, another young tackle with immense potential, but also injury concerns that have hampered his development. Being in a contract year always adds an extra layer of intrigue. Teams want to see progress and availability, and if the Bears feel like they can get a mid-round pick in return, it might make sense to move him, especially if they feel confident in their other options. But at the same time, the Bears don't want to give up on a player who could still be a key piece in the future. It's a delicate balance between building for now and investing in long-term growth. Offensively, the weaponry is shaping up to be one of the most dynamic aspects of this Bears team. Caleb Williams has a group of receivers who each bring something unique to the table, and it's this versatility that could make the Bears' offense unpredictable and hard to defend. DJ Rome has the agility and the route-running skills to carve out space in tight coverage, while Loveland's physicality and red zone prowess make him a constant threat near the end zone. Add to that Zaccheaus' ability to make contested catches and Cole's reliability in clutch situations, and the Bears could be running a passing game that keeps defenses on their toes. But it's not just about individual talent. The Bears are hoping that the sum of these parts will create chemistry and rhythm. Football is a team game, after all, and timing and trust between the quarterback and his receivers are crucial. The preseason gives a glimpse, but it's during the regular season that these connections truly develop. You can see a receiver run the perfect route, but if the quarterback's not ready to deliver the ball at the right moment, it doesn't translate into a big play. The good news is Caleb Williams seems to be a quick study, and there's already talk about how he's developing rapport with his targets in practice. Running back depth also plays a significant role in the offensive balance. DeAndre Swift remains the star, but the emergence of Midway as the clear number 2 could be a game-changer. A reliable secondary back not only provides fresh legs, but also adds a different dimension to the offense. Whether it's catching passes out of the backfield, blocking in pass protection, or grinding out tough yard between the tackles, that RB2 role is vital. Midway handles this responsibility in preseason will tell us a lot about the Bears' plans for their ground game. Switching gears to defense, there's an undeniable sense that this unit has to step up if the Bears want to compete. The offense can only do so much if the defense can't hold its own. Injuries and roster moves have created some uncertainty, but there's a core of players who bring energy and playmaking ability. The secondary, in particular, will be tested early and often, especially against divisional rivals who know the Bears well and will try to exploit any weaknesses. Speaking of divisional rivals, that opening Monday night game against the Vikings has been the talk of the town. It's not just a chance to get a win, it's a statement game. With Jordan Addison out due to suspension, the Vikings will be without one of their top weapons, and Justin Fields is making his first NFL start. The dynamics are fascinating because while Fields brings the advantage of experience, he also has to prove he can handle the weight of expectations as the lead man. Meanwhile, the Vikings are fielding a rookie quarterback, which typically introduces a level of unpredictability but also potential growing pains. For the Bears, the pressure is high but manageable. A win in that game sets a positive tone, builds confidence, and puts the team in a better spot to tackle the grind of the schedule. A loss, especially at home, could open the door to early questions and doubts, which nobody wants. It's one of those pivotal moments where focus and execution will determine whether the Bears take a step forward or stumble out of the gate. As the season opener draws nearer, the team culture and leadership also come under scrutiny. How the veterans mentor the rookies, how the coaching staff adjusts to adversity, and how the players respond to pressure will all influence the outcome. The Bears have a mix of seasoned pros and fresh faces, and blending those elements into a cohesive unit takes time and effort. It's not just about X's and O's on the board. It's about mental toughness and resilience. Another topic gaining attention is the trade rumors surrounding some of the offensive linemen. With injuries hitting other teams and the league-wide demand for solid tackles, the Bears could see calls coming in. Whether they pull the trigger on a trade depends on many factors, including roster depth, player health, and long-term vision. Braxton Jones, in particular, is a name that pops up in trade talks due to his contract situation and injury history. The team has to weigh the potential immediate return against the risk of losing a developing asset. On the offensive side, predictions about who will dominate the target share are swirling. Some expect DJ Rome to lead because of his ability to get open and make plays, while others see Loveland as the go-to guy in the red zone. Zaccheaus and Cole will also get their chances, and then there's always the wild card factor, players who have breakout games or suddenly emerge as reliable options. The coaching staff's challenge is to manage these weapons effectively so that the offense remains balanced and unpredictable. Running the football will continue to be a critical part of the Bears' strategy. DeAndre Swift's explosive playmaking ability keeps defenses honest, but a solid running game also helps control the clock and manage the pace. The team's success in running the ball often influences the effectiveness of the passing game, making it harder for defenses to key in on any one player or scheme. As the preseason unfolds and the regular season approaches, the focus will be on execution and consistency. The talent is there, the potential is undeniable, but the NFL is a grind where only the teams that can stay sharp, stay healthy, and stay mentally strong survive. The Bears' journey this year will be defined by those who rise to the challenge and those who falter under the spotlight. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Chicago Bears. And don't be shy. Drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. A shocking development appears to be unfolding in the NFL landscape, as rumors suggest that Nick Bosa, the formidable defensive end formerly of the San Francisco 49ers, might be on the verge of a stunning departure to join the Chicago Bears. Sources whisper about behind-the-scenes negotiations that could soon see Bosa trading the red and gold for the navy and orange, a move that would send ripples throughout the league. The speculation surrounding this potential switch has fans and analysts alike buzzing, as Bosa has been one of the most dominant defensive players in recent years. The idea of him abandoning the 49ers, a team where he established himself as a cornerstone of their defense, has caught many by surprise. While nothing has been officially confirmed, the murmurings about a possible contract agreement with the Bears hint at a seismic shift in defensive power dynamics, igniting debates on whether Chicago can capitalize on this rumored acquisition to elevate their roster and playoff aspirations. The notion of Bosa changing teams not only fuels intrigue about the motivations behind such a move, but also raises questions about the future strategies of both franchises involved. The implications of Nick Bosa's rumored defection from San Francisco to Chicago could be monumental, potentially reshaping the balance of power within the NFC. For years, Bosa has been synonymous with relentless pressure on quarterbacks, a skill set that turned the 49ers defense into a feared unit. Chicago, known for their passionate fan base and rich history, has been searching for a defining presence on their defensive line to propel them back into championship contention. If the whispers are true, Bosa's arrival could fill that void and provide the Bears with a much-needed boost in a division where defensive strength is paramount. The possibility of Bosa aligning with Chicago also sparks speculation about how the 49ers will respond to such a loss, given his role as a defensive leader and fan favorite. Would they pursue an aggressive free agency campaign or shift their focus toward the draft to replace a player of his caliber? These rumors have undoubtedly set the stage for an offseason filled with strategic maneuvering and anticipation, leaving the league on edge as fans eagerly await official announcements. The potential move of Nick Bosa to the Chicago Bears carries more than just on-field consequences. It also stokes discussions about loyalty, contracts, and player power in today's NFL. Bosa's reported decision to leave the 49ers, a team with which he has deep ties and where he blossomed into an elite talent, raises questions about the nature of modern sportsmanship and the influence of lucrative offers. Chicago's front office is believed to be prepared to make a substantial financial commitment to secure Bosa's services, which might be a key factor driving this purported shift. The lure of a fresh start, combined with a contract that matches or exceeds his value, could explain why Bosa is reportedly considering turning his back on San Francisco. This scenario feeds into a broader narrative about the increasingly transactional nature of professional football, where players weigh opportunities and financial incentives over long-standing team affiliations. The chatter around Bosa's future thus highlights the evolving dynamics between players, franchises, and fans in a sport where careers can be as fleeting as they are intense. Beyond the financial and strategic elements, the prospect of Nick Bosa joining the Chicago Bears brings with it a wave of emotional reactions from fans and commentators. The San Francisco faithful, who have come to admire Bosa for his relentless work ethic and game-changing plays, might feel a profound sense of betrayal if the rumors prove true. Conversely, Bears supporters could be energized by the potential acquisition, viewing it as a sign that their team is serious about reclaiming glory and challenging the status quo. The juxtaposition of loyalty and ambition encapsulated in this possible transfer is a storyline that media outlets are already eagerly exploring, with pundits debating whether Bosa's rumored move is a calculated career step or an unexpected twist in his journey. This situation also invites scrutiny of the broader culture within the NFL, where player movement is increasingly common but never without controversy. As the story develops, the emotional undercurrents tied to fan identity and team allegiance will undoubtedly add layers of complexity to what is shaping up to be one of the most talked-about narratives of the offseason. If the rumors surrounding Nick Bosa's departure from the 49ers and signing with the Bears come to fruition, the NFL offseason will enter a new realm of excitement and speculation. Analysts will closely monitor how this move impacts the dynamics of both teams, from defensive schemes to locker room chemistry. The 49ers may face a critical juncture, needing to rebuild or adjust their defense without a key piece, while the Bears could experience a transformation that elevates their competitive profile significantly. Moreover, the ripple effect of such a high-profile move could influence other players' decisions and front office strategies across the league, creating a domino effect of trades, signings, and shifts. The saga also highlights the power of rumors in shaping fan expectations and media narratives, underscoring how one player's decision, whether confirmed or still speculative, can dominate headlines and conversations for weeks. As fans await official statements, the NFL community remains captivated by the possibility of a game-changing alliance between Nick Bosa and the Chicago Bears, a potential turning point that might redefine the landscape of the upcoming season. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Chicago Bears, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.